Okay, so before this video starts, I just want to say real quick, when I'm going to be talking about these foundry weapons, I'm not actually talking about the exotics and all that. I'm just going to be talking about the legendaries. Specifically the auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, and the hand cannons. I'm not going over like the sidearms, the bows, and the submachine guns, even though I'm pretty sure some of my problems are there. But yeah, I'm mainly just talking about those four right there. But yeah, let's just get into it. So I have a few problems with these foundry weapons, and I'm just gonna go down this list real quick. And I'll just you'll see what I'm talking about. You might notice a trend here. So starting off, Suros auto rifles, they're all adaptives. Hakke auto rifles, they're all high impact. Omolon auto rifles, they're all precision. And Viced auto rifles are all rapid fire. Suros scout rifles, they're all precision. Hakke scout rifles, they're all high impact, even though there's only like two. Omolon scout rifles, all lightweight and precision. Viced scout rifles, all rapid fire. For the pulse rifles, Suros pulse rifles, they're all adaptive except one, which is the Requiem 45, which is a rapid fire. So yeah, all the Suros pulse rifles are all adaptive except that one. Hakke pulse rifles, all high impact, and here recently aggressive. I think there may have been an aggressive frame way back, but I can't be sure. If there is, I'll put up a screenshot, but yeah, Hakke pulse rifles, all high impact and aggressive. Omolon pulse rifles, all lightweight, and I'm throwing, I might be reaching here, but I'm going to say there is one high impact, and that is Cold Denial. And only because Cold Denial has an Omolon ornament. That's the only reason I'm throwing that in there. So I guess technically, I think it may qualify as an Omolon pulse rifle, I'm not sure, but I think it does. Moving on though. All the Suros hand cannons, they're all adaptive except one, which is Nature of the Beast, which is precision. Hakke hand cannons, they're all aggressive. And Omolon hand cannons, they're all adaptive, even though there's only like two. Sorry if I went a bit fast there, but do you kind of see my problem here? It seems like these foundry weapons kind of just have a specific archetype that just never really changes. They have the same archetype, it seems like, every time. So do you kind of see, like, because you'd think there'd be more, types, right? Like, you'd think you'd see, a Suros rapid fire auto rifle, or a high impact Omolon scout rifle, and maybe a 180 Omolon hand cannon, but you just don't. And let me say this too real quick. They might just be slowly starting to fill that stuff up, because I think back in Witch Queen at the beginning, I think that's when they really started adding that stuff, right? So they might just be slowly just kind of adding more to it and making sure every slot has this or that. But it kind of concerns me though. And the only reason I'm making this video is because of what happened this season. And this is why I'm just a bit worried, because this season they introduced lodbrok-c, which is a high impact hakke auto rifle that's kinetic. And my problem is that we already have a high impact hakke kinetic auto rifle, and that was Herod C. It was introduced back in Witch Queen for Gambit. And I'm sorry, but they're basically, and I know they have this, different perks and all that, but they may as well be the same. Is that crazy for me to say? I just don't think lodbrok should have been high impact. I don't think it should have been that. I just think they feel kind of the same. They also, and let me say this too. They also look the same as well. Um, the only thing that really differs them is the scopes. Because I think Harrod C, has the kind of the bigger scope, and Lodbrok is more of the iron sights type thing. So there's not really much of a difference too, as well, which is a bit disappointing. But do you see what I'm talking about though? That kind of worries me because they could have, because I think they should have just made Lodbrok adaptive. That would have, I think, or a rapid fire, something like that, precision. Um, but yeah, that I'd really hope that doesn't happen again. I hope that was just like, and like I said, a second ago, they just might be filling, the areas or slots, whatever, up slowly. Because have one stasis and then one kinetic. I get it, but I mean, I think it would have been nice if it was just a different frame at the very least. Um, but even then, like past weapons, like we have multiple adaptive Suros auto rifles and multiple precision omolon auto rifles, and like multiple viced rapid fire auto rifles and scout rifles too. They're all rapid fire. So my worry really is just that I just, and I hope this changes in Lightfall too. And as time goes on, is that we start seeing different frames for these foundry weapons. Um, and I think some special weapons handle this a little bit better, and some heavy weapons, but you still see some connections there. Like all Suros rockets are adaptive, and all hakke rockets have that hakke precision frame. All hakke shotguns are aggressive, and all the Suros shotguns are pinpoint slugs. So you still see some connections there, but I think if you go in there and kind of look around, like Suros sniper rifles, I know some of them are sunset, but you do see different frames there. Um, I'm pretty sure. If not, though, I mean, that's just another connection, another trend, I guess, or whatever. So that just worries me a little bit, because I don't want these to be the same gun. I know they'll have different perks every time, but it'll feel like there's just no difference, right? Like, I would love to use a high impact omolon scout or a rapid fire Suros scout. Um, I would love to use a precision Suros auto rifle or something like that. But just switch it up. And I would want to use something Viced related that isn't rapid fire. Literally anything. um, I mean, and we know they have the ability to do this too. They have, I mean, like I listed when I was talking about those weapons. There's a Suros pulse rifle, Requiem 45 from the Warmind DLC. That's a Void rapid fire. By the way, that's the only Suros rapid fire pulse. By the way, the only one. And the Suros hand cannon has a precision hand cannon, Nature of the Beast. That's a 180. And that's the only one of its kind too. But like I said though, it seems like when you look at these, there isn't too much. There isn't too many of them. Most of them got sunset. But like I said though, what happened this season? It just kind of concerned me a little bit, and I really hope that changes in Lightfall. I really hope in Lightfall we start to see these foundry weapons with just different frames. Give omolon high impact. Give Suros maybe, something rapid fire. I mean, you get what I'm saying here. You get it. But yeah, I was just want to talk about that. I was just wanting to say something. I've been talking about it with some other people. They've noticed it as well. Um, yeah, man, just a bit worried. I think, I hope that this changes in Lightfall. I don't see why it couldn't, since there's already a few weapons, even though they're sunset, that have different frames. That's a foundry weapon that doesn't usually have that kind. But yeah, that's about it. I was just wanting to talk about it a little. Um, but yeah, if you watched this far, thank you for watching, and take care.